Hello. Yes. So students, I am audible. It's great. I hope I am visible to all of you as well. Awesome. So today's one shot concept is what is arc welding. Yes, you all have seen already people welding like some steel structure, steel frame with the help of one welding device, and there will be some arc that you see over there. So what exactly happens during arc welding? From where do you get that heat, and what exactly is that arc is what today we are going to discuss. My dear lovely students, when you do arc welding, जब आप arc welding करते हो, you know, during this arc welding process, that welder, he will have one electrode. That electrode he will keep in one electrode holder, and then with the help of that electrode, he will contact the workpiece. So there will be a circuit. There will be one power source, either AC power source or DC power source, and that arrangement will basically look like this. That's what I am going to show you. Suppose you have this electrode looking like this over here. Huh? Below this, you will have one workpiece down here. Let me show you like this. Let me just draw it once again. आपके पास यहाँ पे ऐसा एक वर्क पीस होगा. What happens? वेल्डर क्या करता है? वेल्डर के पास आप देखोगे इलेक्ट्रोड को होल्ड करने के लिए इलेक्ट्रोड होल्डर होता है, एंड सर्किट तैयार करने के लिए थ्रू द केबल्स ऐसा इलेक्ट्रोड है. दिस इलेक्ट्रोड cable will be there, and workpiece will also be clamped with help of a clamper, and a cable will be here, and then there will be a power source. Let us say here the power source is like this, that it's a DC power source, and my dear, let us say for now, for this case, in this case of DC power source, the workpiece is connected with a positive terminal and the electrode is connected with the negative terminal. My dear lovely students, this is negative, this is positive. Electrode is negative terminal, workpiece is positive terminal. So to start the welding, what the welder does is, at first he brings the contact between the electrode and workpiece. He brings the contact between the electrode and workpiece. आपने देखा होगा वो वर्कपीस पे जाकर के इस तरीके से इलेक्ट्रोड को टच करता है. As soon as that welder touches the workpiece with the help of electrode, what happens? At this interface where the contact has occurred, there short circuiting happens. क्या होता है वहां पे? शॉर्ट सर्किटिंग होता है. और मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, शॉर्ट सर्किट होने की वजह से क्या होता होगा? लेट अस मैग्नीफाई एंड ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. When the electrode came in contact with the workpiece, short circuiting happened, and due to short circuit, when the electrode was in contact with the workpiece, a lot of heat was generated, both there at the end of the workpiece and at the end of the electrode. Slight melting can take place due to this short circuit, but mainly what happens, because of this short circuit, a lot of heat generates both at the workpiece end and the electrode end, and suddenly you see there the welder will bring the contact with the workpiece, short circuit will happen, and suddenly he will disengage the contact. Contact, short circuit, severe heating at the electrode end, as well as the workpiece end, and then suddenly the contact will be disengaged. Now as soon as the contact is disengaged, what happens, my dear? Listen so very carefully. Initially when the contact was made and short circuit happened, then both the workpiece end and the electrode end, it got severely heated. Because of this severe heating, whatever the electrons and ions which were there either at the electrode end or at the workpiece end, they became severely, like whatever the electrons and ions which were there, they became severely electrically unstable. उस हीट के पैदा होने की वजह से क्या हुआ, शॉर्ट सर्किट की वजह से जो हीट पैदा हुआ उसकी वजह से इलेक्ट्रोड एंड पे और वर्कपीस एंड पे उस हीट की वजह से जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और आयंस थे वो इलेक्ट्रिकली अनस्टेबल हो गए. नाउ माय डियर, इफ यू लुक एट द बॉन्ड एनर्जी of ions and electrons, then always you will find that the positive ions will be bonded loosely in the material as compared to the electrons. Electrons are always bonded strongly, ions are always bonded weakly. So what happens, my dear? We have the two ends here. Yes, I had already shown you. The workpiece was positive, the electrode was negative. So as soon as the contact will be disengaged, already both electrode end and workpiece end, which are severely heated, they have a lot many unstable electrons and ions. So when the contact will be disengaged, initially, my dear lovely students, what will you find here is the positive ions which are electrically unstable, they will emit out from the positive side, like this. They will emit out from the positive side. Right now it is the workpiece which is positive. As I told you, workpiece side is positive, electrode side is negative. So from the workpiece side, positive ions will emit, and these positive ions, my dear, they will be attracted towards, my dear lovely students, they will be attracted towards the negative end, which is the electrode. ये क्या है? सारे इलेक्ट्रिकली अनस्टेबल पॉजिटिव आयंस हैं जो पॉजिटिव एंड से निकलेंगे और वो किस तरफ अट्रैक्टेड होंगे? मेरे प्यारे साथियों, भाइयों और दोस्तों, ये पॉजिटिव आयंस सारे पॉजिटिव एंड से निकलेंगे जो इलेक्ट्रिकली अनस्टेबल हैं और ये किस तरफ अट्रैक्टेड होंगे? टुवर्ड्स द नेगेटिव एंड. अब देखो, इनिशियली जब ये अनस्टेबल, इलेक्ट्रिकली अनस्टेबल पॉजिटिव आयंस पॉजिटिव साइड से निकलते हैं, नेगेटिव साइड की तरफ जाते हैं, तो इस इलेक्ट्रोड और वर्कपीस के बीच का जो एटमॉस्फेयर है, what happens when these positive ions come out, emit out from the positive side and travel towards the negative side, then whatever the positive ions which are emitting out and are getting accelerated towards the negative end, because they are getting attracted towards the negative end, they ionize the atmosphere in the gap of electrode and workpiece. वो क्या करते हैं? इस गैप में जो इलेक्ट्रोड वर्कपीस गैप में जो एटमॉस्फेयर होता है उसको आयोनाइज कर देते हैं. नाउ माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, थ्रू दिस आयोनाइज्ड मीडियम electrons travel. The electrons emit out. At first, what happens because of this ionization, my dear? This resistance in this gap decreases a lot. When the resistance decreases, current can easily establish. You all know electron can easily emit and can travel through this ionized gap. So what happens now? From the negative side, the electrons come out. From the negative side, the electrons come out, and these electrons now travel towards the workpiece side. These electrons travel towards, my dear, the workpiece side. Look at this carefully. इस तरफ अब वो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स निकल करके पॉजिटिव साइड की तरफ ट्रैवल करते हैं. मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, मीनवाइल क्या होता है, व्हाट हैपेंस मीनवाइल ओवर हियर, यू सी हियर outer layer is there of ion and inside those electrons are there and they are flowing into the opposite direction. जो outer layer है वो positive ions का है. That outer layer is of positive ions traveling in that direction from positive side towards the negative side, and then in between that envelope of positive ions these electrons are traveling, unstable electrons which emitted out from the negative side, from negative side towards positive side, from negative side towards positive side. So होता क्या है, वो electrons और ions, those electrons and ions, my dear lovely students, which you find there at the interface, which you find there at the interface, वो electrons और ions मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों जो इंटरफेस पे होते हैं उनके साथ क्या होता है, those interface वाले electrons and ions they collide with each other. इंटरफेस पे जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और आयंस पकड़ में आ जाते हैं वो एक दूसरे से कोलाइड करते हैं, और इस कॉलिजन की वजह से क्या होता है, व्हाट हैपेंस ड्यू टू दिस कॉलिजन माय डियर लवली स्टूडेंट्स, यू सी दैट ओ माय गॉड दिस अल्ट्रावायोलेट रेडिएशंस कम आउट. क्या होता है, अल्ट्रावायोलेट रेडिएशंस कम आउट, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस अल्ट्रावायोलेट रेडिएशंस माय डियर आपको स्पेक्स लगा के वेल्डिंग करनी होती है, अदरवाइज योर रेटिना विल बर्न, otherwise your retina will burn my dear students. Now listen so very carefully. Do you think that कि सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और आयंस टकरा जाएंगे? नहीं रे बाबा, no, only those electrons and ions will collide which are there at the interface, which are there at the interface. बीच में जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं वो किसी से नहीं कोलाइड करेंगे, बाहर की तरफ जो आयंस ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं वो कोलाइड नहीं करेंगे, लेकिन हाँ वो कोलाइड कहां जाकर के करेंगे, where exactly will they collide my dear, they will collide, but my dear they will collide near the other side, they will go to the other end and there they will collide my dear. Yes, let me just clean it out so that you understand. Yes my dear. Now what happened, कुछ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और आयंस, few of them collided which were there at the interface. Now remaining electrons will collide at the positive side, and there their kinetic energy will convert, their kinetic energy will convert, my dear lovely students, into heat energy. Yes, and then that heat will be used into the melting of the workpiece. Why? Or the positive side, the melting of the positive side. And my dear lovely students, ये जो positive ions चारों तरफ हैं, ये positive ions जो चारों तरफ हैं, you see they are traveling from positive side towards the negative side. So when positive ions will collide to the negative side, which right now in this case is the electrode, then their kinetic energy will convert into heat energy over here and electrode will melt, and that is how welding will progress. This process will continue to happen because electrode and ion will get heated regularly, continuously, consistently, and emission of electrons and ions will keep happening, and this phenomenon will continue. This is how the arc comes into play, and this is where we start to do arc welding, and this is where we start to do arc welding. So these are some beautiful physics of welding. They are beautiful concepts of welding, and this phenomenon, my dear, that I have just explained, is what we call as thermionic emission. ये जो आपको ब्यूटीफुल सा ये कॉन्सेप्ट जो मैंने अभी आपको सिखाया, that is what my dear students we call as थर्मियोनिक एमिशन. क्या कहते हैं इसको हम लोग, थर्मियोनिक एमिशन कहते हैं. थर्म मतलब हीट, और इस हीट से किसका एमिशन, आयन का एमिशन. थर्मियोनिक एमिशन क्या बोलते हैं इसको अपन, थर्मियोनिक एमिशन. दिस फेनोमेनन दैट यू हैव जस्ट लर्न्ड इज व्हाट वी कॉल एज थर्मियोनिक एमिशन. कोई पूछे आर्क वेल्डिंग में आर्क कैसे पैदा होता है, आर्क कैसे बनता है, your answer is going to be, sir, it occurs due to thermionic emission. Moreover, my dear, I had this information for all of you. That's a very important information. It's not like a promotion. I think it will help you out. So try to listen to this as well. GATE and ESE, Unacademy GATE and ESE presents Unacademy GATE Champs. You can ace the free test to win a chance to be mentored by the best. Introducing the panel for the mechanical aspirants: JS Gill, Ayat Gupta, SK Mandal, Praveen Kulkarni, Manoj Tiwari, Rajeev Singh, Devendra Singh Negi, Akash Tyagi, and Gaurav Babu sir. 24th October 10 AM there is this test which is Unacademy GATE Champ. Please enroll here. If you enroll here, my dear, you will get an opportunity. The top 50 of you will get an opportunity to be guided under the best educators of Unacademy platform. This is free of cost test, my dear. You will also be provided free subscription for this, my dear. And to enroll in this test, you should use the referral code RK007 live. This is Unacademy GATE Champ. So we have raise a doubt feature there on Unacademy platform. Come and try to realize how does it work. It works exactly that used to work there in the offline class. In offline class, you have some doubt. You raise hand. Sir, ye samajh mein nahi aaya. Same way you can do here. You don't have to write. You don't have to type. You have to raise hand. I will listen you. You will listen me. And all the other students, either he is sitting in Kashmir or in California, they will also listen to our conversation. So that's a nice feature. Come to the Unacademy platform. Try to experience it. Moreover, ask a doubt feature by Unacademy is one of the greatest feature that we have. Go to the Unacademy app. If you have some doubt, click the photo of the doubt. In the relevant category, go there and upload your doubt. Wait for the solution. You will be provided video solutions as soon as possible. Then Unacademy Iconic subscription is one of the best plan that we have, where you get one-to-one live mentorship platform. And yes, your doubt solving becomes so much easier. You can discuss your doubt, you can clarify your concept, you can have live mentoring sessions for exam strategy, dedicated book, one-to-one session with your mentor. ये सारी बातें आपको आइकॉनिक सब्सक्रिप्शन में मिल जाती हैं मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों. मोरओवर रैंक इंप्रूवमेंट बैच ये स्टार्ट हो चुका है. 27 अक्टूबर से आयत गुप्ता सर स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. एंड देन माय डियर, आरोहण बैच फॉर गेट एंड ESE 2023 स्टार्ट हो रहा है. Most awaited batch from 27th October, where I am starting industrial engineering. Those who are preparing for GATE 2023, come on, join this batch if you are preparing for 2023, because if you start early, you gain much. So don't miss this batch, our one batch for GATE and ESE 2023. I am starting industrial engineering on 27th October. Before that, you make the subscription, take the subscription, and then you can ask me कि सर अब कैसे आगे की तरफ बढ़ा जाए. सब्सक्रिप्शन लेने के लिए यू कैन यूज रेफरल कोड RK007 लाइव. याद कर लो इस रेफरल कोड को. एंड यस, last push to your GATE and ESE 2022 preparation with all new 4-month subscription, top educators batches to help you with last minute preparation, rank improvement batches with hours of intense practice sessions, 15 plus full length mock test for GATE and ESE with topic wise, subject wise test, 10,000 plus question for practice along with previous 10-year GATE official papers, and clear your all doubts with the new ask a doubt and raise and hand feature. और ये सब मात्र आप 4 महीने के सब्सक्रिप्शन में पा सकते हैं, जिसकी प्राइसिंग है 17,999 रुपए. Use the referral code, again the same referral code, which is RK007 live, and you can enjoy all these luxuries, that too at very less cost, my dear. Moreover, ऑफर अलर्ट चल रहा है. 4 महीने का अगर अभी आप सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हो, 1 महीने का सब्सक्रिप्शन आपको फ्री में दिया जा रहा है. 22,000 जिसकी फीस है वो आप मात्र 16,000 रुपए दे करके पा सकते हो. तो इसको आप मिस मत करो. मोरओवर जल्दी करो, क्योंकि प्राइस हाइक होने वाली है. आपके पास सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं है तो स्पेशल क्लास पे आया करो, बिकॉज यू नो वी हैव सम ग्रेट स्पेशल क्लास फीचर्स लाइक यू विल गेट इंटरेक्टिव लाइव क्लासेस. यू विल बी गिविंग पॉज फॉर द लर्नर्स, लाइक विल बी गिविंग पॉज फॉर द लर्नर, लाइक क्विज होगा. आपको ABCD ऑप्शन मिलेगा, आप वहां पे आंसर कर सकते हो. आपको नोटिफिकेशंस मिलेंगे, तो आप कभी क्लास मिस नहीं करोगे. स्पेशल क्लास, फ्री क्लास, कुछ बहुत सारी इंपॉर्टेंट क्लासेस वहां होती हैं. लेक्चर नोट्स आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हो, एंड यू कैन वॉच ऑल दोज फ्री स्पेशल क्लासेस लाइव और रिकॉर्डेड एनी टाइम फ्रॉम एनी ऑफ योर डिवाइस, एनी टाइम, एनीवेयर. सो माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, with this actually I am ending this session, because we will be meeting tomorrow with some other concept, with some other one shot concept of mechanical engineering, of production engineering like this. See you all tomorrow. Good night.